There's a story, one not written in books but etched in the silence of unspoken wisdom. It's the tale of a man standing alone in the storm of disrespect, his mind unshaken, his soul unbroken. He stands not because he is strong, but because he knows something most have forgotten, something ancient, something powerful. What if I told you there's a way to command respect without demanding it, to remain unmoved by the words and actions of those who seek to diminish you? It's not a shield, nor a weapon, but a mindset, a philosophy older than kingdoms and empires. The answers lie in the wisdom of the Stoics, thinkers who believe that control over yourself grants you control over the world. They knew that disrespect is not an external force, it's a reflection of others' inner turmoil, an illusion meant to test your inner calm. Today, I will guide you through 6 profound ways to handle those who fail to respect you. But this isn't a list of tactics. It's a journey. Each step we take will reveal not just how to face disrespect, but how to rise above it. By the end of this video, you'll discover a strength you didn't know you had, a way to live that ensures no one's actions can shake your foundation. Make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't yet. Every like, subscribe helps us continue our mission of sharing knowledge. And leave a comment below and share your opinion on these ways, or tell me which one resonates with you the most. The question is, are you ready to master yourself, wisdom seeker? Let's begin. Way 1. Master the art of indifference. Disrespect is like a stone thrown into a pond. For some, it creates ripples that disturb their peace. For others, it sinks to the bottom, unnoticed and forgotten. The key to handling those who don't respect you lies in mastering the art of indifference, a practice that the Stoics considered one of the highest virtues. Indifference is not passivity, it is power. It's a deliberate choice to remain unshaken to deny others the ability to dictate your emotional state. Picture a man walking through a crowded marketplace. People jeer at him, hurling insults and mockery. Does he turn and fight each one? No, he walks on, his gaze steady, his mind undisturbed. This man could be you if you understand the Stoic principle of apatheia, the state of being unaffected by external events. Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor and one of Stoicism's greatest thinkers, once wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." The disrespect of others is an outside event. It exists only if you acknowledge it, only if you allow it into your mind. Imagine someone calls you weak or foolish. At that moment, you have 2 choices. You could accept their words, let them sink into your mind, and react with anger or hurt, or you can view their words as nothing more than noise. The insult doesn't define you unless you give it permission to. Marcus Aurelius would advise you to ask yourself, why do I care what they think? Are their judgments superior to my own? The answer, of course, is no. But how do you achieve this state of indifference? It begins with training your perception. The Stoics believe that events themselves are neither good nor bad. It is our judgment of them that gives them weight. Epictetus, another Stoic philosopher, taught that it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. When faced with disrespect, take a moment to pause. Feel the emotions rise within you, but do not act on them. Observe them as a spectator would observe the tide. In time, you will find that the waves of emotion diminish, leaving you calm and grounded. This isn't easy. Indifference is a skill, one that requires practice. Start small. The next time someone cuts you off in traffic or speaks to you with condescension, resist the urge to react. Instead, remind yourself that their actions say more about them than they do about you. Their disrespect is a reflection of their character, not yours. It's also important to understand why people disrespect others. Often it stems from insecurity or a need to assert dominance. By remaining indifferent, you deny them the validation they seek. You become an enigma, someone they cannot control or predict. This frustrates them, but it also earns their respect. Paradoxically, the less you care about being respected, the more respect you command. There's a deeper reason why indifference is so powerful. It liberates you. Many people live as prisoners to the opinions of others. They spend their lives seeking approval, fearing rejection, and reacting to every slight. But the Stoics understood that true freedom comes from within. If you can master your mind, if you can remain indifferent to disrespect, you become untouchable. Let me give you an image to carry with you. Think of yourself as a mountain. Winds may howl, storms may rage, but the mountain remains steadfast. Disrespect, like the wind, may swirl around you, but it cannot move you. It cannot reach your core unless you allow it to. As you practice indifference, you may notice something unexpected. The people who once disrespected you may begin to change. They may grow confused by your lack of reaction, even intrigued by your calm. Over time, they may come to respect you, not because you demanded it, but because you embody a strength they cannot shake. This is the essence of indifference. It transforms not only your experience, but also your relationships. Wisdom seekers, this is the first step in our journey. To master indifference is to reclaim your power, to live as the Stoics did, free from the chains of others' opinions. And while it may take time, remember this. Every moment you resist the urge to react, every time you choose calm over chaos, you are building a foundation of inner peace. Are you ready to take this first step? Let us move forward to the next way, where we delve deeper into the strategies that will elevate your ability to handle those who fail to respect you. The journey has only just begun. Way 2. Set boundaries without anger. If indifference is the foundation of handling disrespect, boundaries are the fortress walls that protect your peace. While the Stoics teach us to remain unaffected by external events, they also remind us that it is within our power to shape the environment around us. Setting boundaries is not about controlling others. It's about defining what you will and will not accept in your life. This is not an act of aggression, but an act of self-respect. Imagine a river flowing freely. Its banks define its course, guiding its energy and preventing it from spilling into chaos. Without boundaries, the river becomes a flood, destructive and uncontained. Similarly, without boundaries, your life can become a chaotic mess of other people's disrespect, demands, and manipulations. Seneca, one of the great Stoic philosophers, once wrote, "Associate with those who will make a better man of you. Welcome those whom you yourself can improve." The process is mutual, for men learn while they teach. This is the heart of boundary setting, curating the people and interactions in your life to align with your values and sense of self-respect. But boundaries must be set with clarity and calm, not with anger or resentment. If someone disrespects you, the temptation might be to lash out, to respond with fury. This, however, plays into their hands. When you react with anger, you give them control over your emotions. Instead, the Stoic way is to respond with firmness and composure. When someone crosses a line, calmly and assertively let them know. For example, if a colleague speaks to you in a condescending tone, you might say, "I value respectful communication, and I don't appreciate being spoken to in that way." Notice the tone. It's not accusatory, but assertive. You're not attacking, you're defining your boundary. Why does this work? Because boundaries, when set with calmness, demonstrate self-possession. They send a message that you value yourself, and you will not allow others to treat you poorly. People who habitually disrespect others often prey on those they perceive as weak or easily manipulated. By setting boundaries, you show them that you are neither. But setting boundaries isn't just about words, it's about actions. If someone consistently disregards your boundaries, you must be prepared to follow through. This might mean limiting your interactions with them or, in extreme cases, cutting them out of your life entirely. Epictetus advised, "The key is to keep company only with people who uplift you, whose presence calls forth your best." If someone refuses to respect your boundaries, their presence is not a necessity in your life. However, this is where many people struggle. The idea of distancing yourself from someone, especially if they're a friend, family member, or colleague, can feel daunting. But remember, boundaries are not just about protecting yourself. They're about teaching others how to treat you. When you set boundaries, you're not just saying, "I won't tolerate this." You're also saying, "This is how I deserve to be treated." Seneca also warned against spreading yourself too thin by trying to appease everyone. You must linger among a limited number of master thinkers and digest their works if you would derive ideas which shall win firm hold in your mind. Replace master thinkers with worthy people in your life. It's a reminder that your time and energy are finite, and they should be invested in relationships that enrich and uplift you. Setting boundaries also requires self-reflection. You must be clear about your values and what you will not compromise on. Take time to examine what matters most to you. What behaviors are non-negotiable? What kind of energy do you want in your life? When you know your own standards, it becomes much easier to enforce them. There's also an important balance to maintain when setting boundaries: firmness without rigidity. The Stoics taught that while we should hold to our principles, we must also remain adaptable to circumstances. If someone makes a mistake or unintentionally crosses a boundary, give them the grace to correct it. Boundaries are not about punishment. They're about fostering mutual respect. As you practice setting boundaries, you may notice a shift, not just in how others treat you, but in how you see yourself. Each time you stand firm in your values, you reinforce your own sense of self-worth. You begin to realize that respect starts from within. The more you respect yourself, the less you will tolerate disrespect from others. Setting boundaries isn't a one-time act. It's a continuous process. People will test your limits, either intentionally or out of ignorance. But every time you calmly enforce your boundaries, you grow stronger. You send a clear message to the world: I respect myself, and I expect the same from you. Wisdom seekers, this is the second way to handle those who fail to respect you. It's a path that requires courage and persistence, but the rewards are profound. As you build and maintain your boundaries, you create a life where respect is not demanded. It is earned and freely given. Let's continue this journey and explore the next way to elevate your power over disrespect. Way 3. Strengthen your inner fortress, wisdom seekers. Imagine standing in the heart of a storm. The winds howl, the rain lashes against your skin, and the thunder cracks above you. Yet amidst the chaos, there is a place within you that remains untouched, unshaken, a sanctuary of calm and strength. This is your inner fortress, and it is the key to handling disrespect without losing your sense of self. The Stoics believed that true power lies within. They taught that external circumstances, no matter how tumultuous, are irrelevant if your inner world is unshakable. Epictetus said, "No man is free who is not master of himself." Mastering yourself begins with building your inner fortress, a mental and emotional stronghold that shields you from the opinions and actions of others. Disrespect is a test. It's an attempt to breach your defenses, to pull you into the chaos of someone else's emotions. But the strength of your inner fortress determines whether you succumb to that pull or remain grounded. So, how do you strengthen this fortress? The first step is self-awareness. You cannot defend a fortress you do not know. Take time to understand yourself, your values, your triggers, and your vulnerabilities. What kinds of disrespect affect you most deeply? Why do they affect you? The answers to these questions will reveal where your defenses are weak. Marcus Aurelius advised, "Look within. Within is the fountain of good, and it will ever bubble up if you will ever dig." When you know your inner landscape, you can begin to fortify it. Meditation and mindfulness are invaluable tools in this process. Spend a few minutes each day in stillness, observing your thoughts without judgment. This practice trains your mind to remain calm and focused, even when faced with external provocation. The more you cultivate this mental clarity, the less likely you are to react impulsively to disrespect. Another cornerstone of your inner fortress is self-respect. The opinions of others lose their power when you have a deep and unwavering respect for yourself. Self-respect is not arrogance. It's an acknowledgement of your inherent worth. It's knowing that your value is not diminished by someone else's failure to see it. As Seneca wrote, "A man cannot be comfortable without his own approval." Self-respect also means setting and upholding standards for how you allow others to treat you. When someone disrespects you, it is not a reflection of your worth. It is a reflection of their character. But your response is a reflection of your character. By standing firm in your self-respect, you send a message that disrespect will not penetrate your inner world. The Stoics also emphasize the importance of perspective. Disrespect can feel like a personal attack, but often it's not about you at all. People act out of their own insecurities, fears, and frustrations. When someone disrespects you, try to view the situation with detachment. Ask yourself, what is truly happening here? What pain or ignorance might be driving their behavior? This shift in perspective allows you to respond with compassion rather than anger, further strengthening your inner fortress. Building your inner fortress also requires resilience. the ability to endure hardship without losing your composure. Life will test you, people will test you, but each test is an opportunity to grow stronger. Marcus Aurelius encouraged us to view obstacles as fuel for our fire. The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. When faced with disrespect, use it as a chance to practice patience, self-control, and forgiveness. Physical discipline can also reinforce your inner strength. Exercise, proper nutrition, and rest are not just for the body, they are for the mind as well. A healthy body supports a resilient mind. When you feel strong physically, you are better equipped to handle emotional challenges. The Stoics believed in the unity of body and mind, understanding that neglecting one weakens the other. Finally, surround yourself with people who respect and uplift you. The Stoics valued good company, knowing that the people around us influence our inner state. Epictetus advised, the key is to keep company only with people who uplift you, whose presence calls forth your best. When you fill your life with positive influences, you create an environment that supports your inner fortress. As your inner fortress grows stronger, you'll notice a profound shift in how you experience disrespect. What once felt like a personal attack will become little more than background noise. You'll stand in the storm, untouched by the winds of others' opinions. You'll find that your sense of peace and self-worth no longer depends on external validation. Wisdom seekers, this is the third way to handle those who do not respect you. By strengthening your inner fortress, you take control of your emotional landscape. You become a beacon of calm in a chaotic world. And most importantly, you reclaim the power that disrespect seeks to take from you. Our journey continues. Let us move forward to the next way, where we will explore how to transform challenges into opportunities for growth and mastery. Way 4. Transform disrespect into growth. Wisdom seekers. What if I told you that disrespect is not an obstacle but an opportunity? It's a challenge, a hidden gift wrapped in discomfort, waiting for you to unlock its potential. This is the fourth way to handle those who don't respect you, to transform their actions into fuel for your growth. The Stoics, ever pragmatic, believed that life's adversities, including disrespect, are tools for self-mastery. Marcus Aurelius, in his Meditations, wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." To transform disrespect into growth, you must first shift your mindset. Most people see disrespect as a negative event, something to be avoided or retaliated against. But the Stoics teach us to see beyond the surface. Every insult, every slight is an opportunity to strengthen your character, refine your virtues, and test your self-control. This shift in perspective is not easy, but it is liberating. When someone disrespects you, the first step is to pause. Resist the urge to react immediately. The Stoics believed that emotions like anger and humiliation arise not from the event itself, but from our judgment of it. Epictetus reminded us, men are disturbed not by things, but by the views they take of them. In that pause, ask yourself, what can I learn from this situation? What aspect of myself is being challenged, and how can I grow stronger? For example, if someone belittles you, it might stir feelings of inadequacy or anger. This is a chance to examine those feelings. Why does their opinion affect you? Is there a part of you that doubts your own worth? If so, their words are revealing a weakness within you that you can now address. Disrespect, in this sense, becomes a mirror reflecting areas where you can grow. The Stoics often spoke of endurance as a virtue. When faced with disrespect, enduring it with patience and dignity strengthens your resilience. It trains you to remain calm in the face of adversity, to control your emotions rather than being controlled by them. Seneca in his letters wrote, "Difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor does the body." The more you endure disrespect with grace, the less it will affect you over time. Another way to transform disrespect into growth is by practicing forgiveness. This might seem counterintuitive. Why forgive someone who disrespects you? But forgiveness is not about excusing their behavior. It's about freeing yourself from the burden of resentment. When you forgive, you reclaim your emotional energy and redirect it toward your own growth. Marcus Aurelius advised, "The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury." By choosing forgiveness, you rise above their actions and demonstrate a strength that cannot be diminished by their pettiness. Disrespect can also be a catalyst for refining your communication skills. When someone disrespects you, how do you respond? Do you escalate the conflict, or do you address it with composure and assertiveness? Each instance of disrespect is an opportunity to practice clear and respectful communication. For example, if a colleague undermines you in a meeting, you might say, "I value teamwork and mutual respect, and I'd appreciate it if we could discuss differing opinions more constructively." This response not only sets a boundary, but also models the behavior you wish to see. Furthermore, disrespect can inspire you to pursue excellence. The Stoics believed in living virtuously, not to gain the approval of others, but as a reflection of their own principles. When someone disrespects you, let it fuel your desire to improve, not to prove them wrong, but to prove to yourself that you are capable of rising above their negativity. Epictetus advised, "First say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do." Let disrespect motivate you to become the person you aspire to be. It's also worth noting that disrespect often reveals more about the person showing it than about you. Their actions may stem from insecurity, jealousy, or a lack of self-awareness. Understanding this can help you respond with empathy rather than anger. This doesn't mean excusing their behavior, but it allows you to view the situation with detachment. As Marcus Aurelius wrote, "When you wake up in the morning, tell yourself, the people I deal with today will be meddling, ungrateful, arrogant, dishonest, jealous, and surly. They are like this because they cannot tell good from evil." Finally, remember that growth requires discomfort. Just as a muscle grows stronger through resistance, your character develops through challenges. Disrespect is one of those challenges. It tests your patience, humility, and strength. Each time you face it with wisdom and grace, you become more resilient, more grounded, and more confident in yourself. Wisdom seekers, this is the fourth way to handle disrespect. It requires a profound shift in how you view adversity, but the rewards are immense. By transforming disrespect into growth, you turn every slight, every insult into an opportunity for self-improvement. You become the architect of your own character, unshaken by the actions of others. Now let us move to the next way, where we will explore how to lead by example and inspire respect through your actions. The path ahead is challenging, but every step brings you closer to mastery. Way 5. Lead by example and inspire respect. Wisdom seekers. Respect is not something you demand. It is something you earn, something you inspire through the way you live your life. This is the fifth way to handle those who do not respect you. To lead by example, embodying the virtues and principles you hold dear. When you live with integrity, discipline, and authenticity, you become a person worthy of respect, regardless of how others choose to treat you. The Stoics believe that actions speak louder than words. Marcus Aurelius advised, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." This philosophy is a reminder that the most powerful way to confront disrespect is not through retaliation or argument, but by demonstrating the virtues that elevate you above petty conflicts. Imagine a lighthouse standing tall amidst a raging storm. It doesn't argue with the storm or attempt to calm it. Instead, it shines its light steady and unwavering, guiding others to safety. You too can be that lighthouse. When you encounter disrespect, your response should reflect your highest self, not their lowest behavior. To lead by example, you must first cultivate integrity. Integrity means aligning your actions with your values, even when it's difficult. It means choosing what is right over what is easy or convenient. When others see that you live with integrity, they cannot help but take notice. Even those who disrespect you will sense that you are a person of substance, someone who cannot be shaken by their negativity. Seneca wrote, "It is the power of the mind to be unconquerable." When you live with integrity, you embody this principle. You show that your worth is not defined by others' opinions, but by your adherence to your own principles. This inner strength is magnetic. It draws respect, even from those who are reluctant to give it. Discipline is another cornerstone of leading by example. A disciplined person is not easily swayed by external provocations. When someone disrespects you, they are often trying to provoke a reaction, to pull you into their chaos. But a disciplined mind remains calm and composed, responding with intention rather than impulse. Epictetus taught, No man is free who is not master of himself. By mastering yourself, you demonstrate a level of control and strength that commands respect. Authenticity is equally important. People are drawn to those who are genuine, who are not afraid to show their true selves. When you are authentic, you project confidence and self-assuredness. You show that you are comfortable in your own skin, that you do not need the validation of others to feel worthy. This authenticity disarms disrespect. It sends a clear message: I know who I am, and your opinion does not define me. Another way to lead by example is to treat others with respect, even when they don't extend the same courtesy to you. This is not about being passive or allowing yourself to be mistreated. It's about rising above the behavior of others and showing them a better way. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "When another blames you or hates you, or people voice similar criticisms, go to their souls, penetrate inside, and see what sort of people they are. You will realize that there is no need to be racked with anxiety that they hold this or that opinion about you." By treating others with respect, you demonstrate your own strength of character. You show that your actions are guided by your principles, not by the behavior of others. This kind of leadership is powerful. It not only commands respect, but also has the potential to transform those around you. Leadership by example extends to all areas of your life: your work, your relationships, your daily habits. When you consistently strive for excellence, you inspire those around you. People begin to see you as a person of value, someone worth listening to and learning from. Even those who initially disrespected you may come to admire your unwavering commitment to your values. However, leading by example does not mean striving for perfection. The Stoics were keenly aware of human fallibility. They understood that mistakes are inevitable and that true strength lies in how we respond to them. When you falter, acknowledge your error, learn from it, and move forward. This humility and willingness to grow are integral to earning respect. One of the most profound aspects of leading by example is its ripple effect. Your actions influence not only those who interact with you directly, but also those who observe you from a distance. When you handle disrespect with grace, others take note. You become a model of strength and composure, inspiring others to approach challenges with the same resilience. This approach requires patience. Respect earned through example is not immediate. It takes time to build. But when it comes, it is genuine and enduring. The Stoics understood that true influence is not about control or domination. It's about living in such a way that others are naturally drawn to follow your lead. Wisdom seekers, leading by example is not just a strategy for handling disrespect, it is a way of life. It is a commitment to becoming the best version of yourself, not for the approval of others, but because it is the right thing to do. As you embody this principle, you will find that respect flows to you effortlessly, a reflection of the virtues you uphold. Let us now journey to the final way, where we will explore how to cultivate detachment and find peace, regardless of the actions of others. This path is the culmination of our efforts, the ultimate key to handling disrespect with grace and wisdom. Way 6. Cultivate detachment and find peace. Wisdom seekers, we now arrive at the final way to handle those who do not respect you. A way that leads to liberation, clarity, and unshakable peace. This is the practice of detachment. Detachment does not mean indifference or apathy. It means freeing yourself from the need for validation, approval, or recognition from others. It is the art of letting go and finding your peace within, untouched by the chaos of the external world. The Stoics were masters of detachment. They understood that while we cannot control how others treat us, we have complete control over how we respond. Epictetus famously said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This is the essence of detachment, choosing not to let the disrespect of others disturb your inner equilibrium. Detachment begins with a profound realization: the opinions and actions of others are not within your control. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself daily, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." When you truly internalize this truth, the grip of disrespect weakens. You begin to see that it is not the words or actions of others that cause you pain, but your attachment to their approval. To cultivate detachment, you must first shift your focus inward. The Stoics taught that true happiness and fulfillment come from living in accordance with your own values, not from the fleeting opinions of others. Ask yourself, who am I trying to impress? Why does their respect matter to me? Often, we seek validation from others because we have not fully accepted ourselves. By turning inward and embracing your own worth, you free yourself from the need for external approval. Detachment also requires the practice of mindfulness. When someone disrespects you, their words or actions can trigger an immediate emotional response: anger, hurt, or frustration. Mindfulness allows you to pause and observe these emotions without being swept away by them. Instead of reacting impulsively, you can choose a response that aligns with your values. This practice strengthens your ability to remain calm and composed, no matter the provocation. The Stoics often use the metaphor of a ship at sea. The waves may toss the ship, but as long as the anchor holds, it remains steady. Detachment is your anchor. It keeps you grounded even when others try to shake you. When faced with disrespect, remind yourself, this is not about me, this is about them. I will not allow their storm to uproot my peace. Another crucial aspect of detachment is the practice of acceptance. Disrespect is an inevitable part of life. No matter how virtuous or kind you are, there will always be those who fail to see your worth. This is not a reflection of your value, but of their own limitations. As Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The universe is change. Our life is what our thoughts make it." Accepting this truth allows you to release the frustration of trying to control the uncontrollable. Acceptance does not mean passivity. It means choosing your battles wisely. When someone disrespects you, ask yourself, is this worth my energy? Will engaging with this person improve the situation, or will it only escalate the conflict? Detachment empowers you to conserve your energy for what truly matters, rather than wasting it on futile arguments or attempts to win over those who refuse to respect you. One of the most liberating aspects of detachment is the realization that respect is not something you need to chase. It is something you cultivate within yourself. When you respect yourself, when you live with integrity, authenticity, and self-love, external respect becomes a bonus, not a necessity. You no longer depend on the opinions of others to feel whole. The Stoics also emphasized the importance of perspective. When someone disrespects you, consider the larger picture. Will this moment matter a year from now, a month from now, even a week from now? Most of the things that upset us are fleeting and insignificant in the grand scheme of life. Detachment allows you to see beyond the immediacy of the moment and focus on what truly matters. Finally, detachment is about finding peace within yourself. This peace comes from the understanding that your worth is not defined by others. It comes from the knowledge that you are enough, just as you are. When you cultivate this inner peace, disrespect loses its power over you. It becomes like a passing cloud, momentarily darkening the sky but incapable of dimming your inner light. Wisdom seekers, cultivating detachment is not easy. It requires practice, patience, and a willingness to let go of deeply ingrained habits and beliefs, but the rewards are immeasurable. Detachment frees you from the chains of external validation and allows you to live with unshakable confidence and tranquility. This is the sixth and final way to handle those who do not respect you. By embracing detachment, you reclaim your power. You become a fortress of peace and strength, unshaken by the storms of others' opinions. You rise above the pettiness of disrespect and find a deeper, more enduring sense of fulfillment. As we conclude this journey, remember that these 6 ways are not merely strategies. They are a way of life. By practicing them, you align yourself with the wisdom of the Stoics and cultivate the strength to navigate life's challenges with grace and resilience.